You still think that there is nepotism in the Bola Tinubu's government?
I think that
because you once hold that view.
Yeah. You know,
but over the time, have you changed your mind?
Okay,
tell
me why I would change my mind when I'm complaining that you are putting finance, you are putting all of those, agencies that control the money and appropriate the money in your tribe, and then you go on to install the NNPC, which is the basic cash cow of the country, and the only person you can find to make as chairman is also your tribe man. Like, look, I'm not a hater of government. I'm not a hater of Bola Tinubu. No, I am not. I'm just a lover of a united Nigeria that works for all Nigerians. And I cannot. You remember how many times I came on your interview in your other platform where I would take on the presidency of General Muhammadu Buhari, the president as it was then called. I consider it the height of, being unfair to myself and being unfair to the people that used to listen to me when I was charging the other people to do better for everybody. If I now suddenly become muted because your brother is the one in charge of the country, take a look at what they're doing. Are you not even feeling like this is disgraceful? Look, you want to run a government and you're telling the world that we need to shape up in terms of subsidy, we need to shape up in terms of waste, we need to shape up in terms of our fiscal policies and all that. And you don't have the gumption to know, really truly know, that the best way to start getting people to shape up is for you to start to trim the pork from your own diet. You can't be telling me you're putting 15 million for renovation of a house. Are you like serial billion? You can't be telling me you're buying cars for first lady and all those kinds of things. You can't be telling me the monies you're going to be spending on junketing the whole world looking for what is not lost. You can't be telling me that you're going to Dubai to have a conversation on energy cut down, something that as a Nigerian leader is even directly affecting the things that give you money. If at best they say they want to pay some carbon bills to encourage you, must you go there like frustrated children who have no parents at home? Must you go there with the largest groupings so that when you sit down there, they're looking at you with beggar bowls in your hand, all of you looking like
Brazil and UAE has more delegation than Nigeria.
With due respect, do you know what Brazil and UAE, do you know the size of their economy? They can afford it. They can damn afford it. That the height of what the Brazilians are doing is even the thing that's happening in the Amazon region where they're trying to say, okay, don't cut the trees and all of that. And so because Brazil can do it, Brazil owns an airline manufacturing company. They own their own airline. Brazil owns their own oil and gas industry. They're not having any problem. Brazil can feed itself. There's hardly anything you want to eat in Brazil that is really important. If a company wants to manufacture as small as butter for them, you have to come and do it in Brazil. And then you will come to Nigeria at a point where you're telling us that we don't even have money. You have now suddenly reduced this country, this great nation of ours, to a nation that just jumps on every available invitation, carries all sorts of funny characters, people who have no business being there, including your children, to the process as serious as that. Why should the Nigerian government, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria at this time, why should he be doing as if he's never gone on a plane or gone to a seminar? Why is he in a hurry to go there? Why shouldn't Nigeria even disdain the world for a while and just tell them, look, guys, we're fixing our home, we're reforming ourselves, you guys can have this conversation, send us the report, we'll look at it, or I'll send some people there, or I'll go there light, or I'll go there in a manner that only those that have things to do there. Did all 1,000 something of them have speaking engagements there that needed them to go there? Do you even know the cost of air ticket? Do you know the cost of logistics? When would the Nigerian government do a program in Nigeria that is going to bring that many people to Abuja to come and talk about anything that is important to do? Why must we be like this?
But those numbers are not being sponsored by the federal government of Nigeria.
So don't listen to the hogwash of that young man that is replying on their behalf and writing crap. Don't let them feed you this kinds of things.
But these are some things that we know, that there are a lot of private interest, civil society interest, media interest.
Go and bring me an event that you are going to do in Nigeria that will bring that many people from all over the world to come here, and then they can come and sleep in our hotel, eat our food, do all. Don't you get? Nations are supposed to be saying that we are just as respected or deserving of our own voice and our own narrative as any other nation.
So the state of our economy is such that we cannot afford to have a situation where government officials are traveling around the world.
You have to join it all together. If you are in an austere period, and we are in an austere period, it should reflect everywhere. How do you expect somebody that is buying fuel at sometimes the far ends of the north where I've come from, they're buying at 750 naira and it's really hard on them. How do you expect them to explain to themselves that their leaders are going to have a conversation in Dubai and it takes about 1,000 plus people? Do you know how much that
Not all of those numbers are being paid for by government.
Irrelevant. Even the civil society and the private sector, the Dangotes that they are mentioning and co that were spending money on such a wasteful venture can spend it on CSR in the country. Better for me is for them to be finding events that people are coming to do here. We're not going to be the whipping boy of the world, and we're not going to.
Even if those conversations affect the livelihood and the existential premise of our nation,
the world didn't start being in existence today, and the West cannot come every time to say that it's only the agenda that they are interested in that is the world agenda. We must create our own agendas that we want them to come and discuss here. And if they do not have the ability to come to our country for whatever reason, then we can scale down our cost on going there. I'm not saying we should not attend. I'm just saying that, hey, 1,114 people, those type of people.
1,411.
Yeah, 100. Imagine that. Imagine that. Going to that kind of event at this time is not sensible.